Evening, folks. Good evening to everybody. I hope everybody's keeping warm, well, happy, and safe. It's freezing outside, but let's hope a good game of football can warm us all up. We're here to watch the Carabao Cup Semi-final first leg between Tottenham and Liverpool. Uh, I think it'd be a good game, an open game. Doubtlessly a lot of chances and goals. And I'll probably just jinx it in favour of a boring 0-0 draw now, knowing the curse and the commentator. But obviously, the two teams are coming into the game on very different trajectories, very different moods. Liverpool having a progress marginally stunted by Man United in that draw on Sunday, while Spurs decimated by illness, injury, a lot of pressure on Ange Postecoglou, not really any momentum, shipping goals of fun, conceding more than a scoring, mid-table in the Premier League, and realistically, Spurs may be able to win the Europa League, but it's doubtful. And Spurs are just desperate to end the 60 years or so without a trophy, whereas Liverpool are just looking to add to what could be the first of potentially and maybe even realistically a potential four trophy haul that they could get this season, where they're in all four competitions, favourites for the league, arguably favourites for the Champions League, and you would have to fancy them to do the job if they can overcome Spurs tonight. Obviously, it's the first of two legs. But anyway, on to tonight's teams. And anybody who is watching, please share the stream, like the stream, and subscribe if you like the sound of my dulcet tones, because I'm grateful for anything that helps to increase the engagement and helps me get more noticed so that I can enjoy my love of football with more and more people. So, in goal for Spurs, we have Anthony Kinski, who's making his full debut for Spurs, and he's only just arrived in England from Slavia Prague in the Czech Republic. Then we have the sort of second string of Spurs defence with Pedro Porro, Dragishin, Great, and Jed Spence. A flat midfield three of Bergvall, Ibasuma, and Rodrigo Bentancur, and then the front three of Kulusevski, Solanke, and Heung-min Son. And then the Liverpool team, that's essentially the first choice Liverpool team, give or take. Diego Jota for Darwin Núñez and Conor Bradley in for Trent, who you would appear to believe might be on his way out of Liverpool. But anyway, Alisson, uh, Conor Bradley, as I say, right back. Jiro Kwanzaa gets the game next to Virgil van Dijk in the centre of defence. Kostas Tsimikas comes in to give Andy Robertson a rest. Then there's what you could say is a double pivot, although both players are capable of being very progressive. Have McAllister and Ryan Gravenberch. Curtis Jones just behind Diego Jota, with the wide men of Cody Gakpo and obviously Mohamed Salah. The teams are out on the pitch. Just a reminder for everybody that there is no away goals in this competition anymore. So if both teams are level, which you shouldn't imagine would be the case after the two games, it will go to extra time and a penalty shootout at the end of the second leg at Anfield. And from this point onwards in this competition, we will see, excuse me, see VAR in operation as and when needed. Hopefully, it doesn't interfere too much in that. And Postecoglou was a bit pensive, and it's no wonder really. Obviously, he deserves to be given a chance to get most of his players back from injury before he's really judged. But in the cutthroat world of football, it remains to be seen whether he'll be given that chance. Basuma gets the game underway for Spurs, and there's a one ball launch forward, cut out by Conor Bradley, headed out by him, and it's a throw into Spurs, which is taken by Jed Spencer. Actually great on the ball, dragging him with his ponytail now for Spurs. Bergvall almost gets dispossessed, but it's another throw to Spurs. Deeper inside the territory, Jed Spence has to go back to Archie Gray. Jed Spence again looks to progress forward, plays the ball down the line. Min Song can seek to run onto the ball, but Jarrell Cons awake and mops up, goes back to Allison who clears. And Tottenham are having a bit of success by pressing Liverpool just in the first minute. Trent looks a bit cold and depressed on the bench, almost as though there might be a bit of disagreement going on behind the scenes between him and Slot, but who knows? There's a bit of a belly dancing contest going on between Jed Spence and Conor Bradley. Jed Spence is awarded a free kick, I think, so Tottenham can attempt to restart the game. Ball goes down the line, Dominic Solanke does well to come short and win the play. Tries to chest it down, but it doesn't reach his target. Min Son heads on now. Curtis Jones gets his foot on the ball, and Liverpool come forward for the first time. Mohamed Salah releases Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo controls the ball. Now brings it inside to the edge of the area, but he's forced backwards. McAllister plays a raking orange pass, but it's just a little bit too heavy for Conor Bradley to bring under control, and it goes out of play. But that's the threat of Liverpool away and cutting through Tottenham in the space of two passes or so. Kinski for Tottenham passes it to Archie Gray, who has to go long and aims for Dominic Solanke, but Virgil van Dijk cuts it out. Jarrell Konza. Conor Bradley wins a duel against Jed Spence, but Bergvall wins it for Spurs. Dominic Solanke now chases the ball down the line, but can't quite get there. See already, even though it's a two-legged affair and there's a lot of time for both teams to tactically feel each other out again, as you'd expect, it's really stretched. And something akin to a basketball match. Liverpool were very sloppy in defence, and Spurs were nearly in. Not sure who gave the ball away, but the ball appeared to break to Dominic Solanke, and a chance at goal presented itself. It's Costas Tsimikas who played it right to Solanke. Solanke got the ball stuck under his feet a bit and tried to lay it off, and nothing comes of it. But a real warning to Liverpool to be awake. But that's nice play by Diego Jota to spin his man and bring the ball down, and he was almost away. But it's out for a throw into Liverpool. And Gravenbeck. Liverpool again getting caught in a turnover, and it's Bergvall. Brings it forward, but poor control by Kulusevski, and Liverpool get a chance to build. Tsimikas into Jones, plays it nicely. Conor Bradley's brought down by Rodrigo Bentancur, and Liverpool just get a chance to slow the game down for a little minute, although I don't think the ball will be there for long. João Conte inexplicably gives it straight to Kulusevski. Bergvall was in for Spurs, but it doesn't quite come off. Crossed in by Rodrigo Pero, headed behind by Virgil van Dijk, and to be honest, Liverpool look a bit unnerved and uneasy and sloppy, dare I say, in early stages, and it's a corner which was swung in, presumably won by Porro. Porro's crossing. Oh! So, golden chance for Tottenham. Dragic strikes the ball. I really don't know what's happening here, folks. There appears well, I'm not sure whether the Tottenham player is collapsed on the pitch. The camera's panned towards the goal. I think I could be wrong here, but I'm really concerned that we just witnessed a Christian Eriksen type incident where I just saw a Tottenham body go flying. I wasn't quite sure who it is. There's about 7 medical people on the pitch, all in green coats, with a stretcher. Every Tottenham player is like looking around at the medical incident, the stretcher. Whoever it is sat up, so maybe it's not as serious as I first feared it to be. I thought someone was having some severe issue, like they collapsed or a heart attack or something, but maybe it's a head injury. Sky coverage is not helping me because they're not giving me a replay of what happened. So it's unfortunately a bit of guesswork from me. But people seem to be moving around a bit more now, which is it's a good sign, obviously. Play's been stopped for a couple of minutes. No idea really what's going on. Obviously, I'm no sound on the telly, so I can't hear what the commentators are being said. I'm thinking that, well, whoever it is about to be moved. Brendan Johnson's warming up and definitely coming on as a substitute, so I would imagine that means it's either Dominic Solanke or Kulusevski for the injury up. Play's been stopped for around about 6 minutes. Must be serious, and obviously I hope it's more precautionary than as scary as it looks. Obviously, the last thing Tottenham need or want is another injury, but it's, whoever the player is, their welfare is paramount. Or it is some form of medical incident because they've got like a blanket over them. So maybe they have collapsed or something. I don't know. This is where my medical and biological knowledge is really poor. Gosh. Ice Rodrigo Bentancur. Well, that was really serious. Obviously, I can't hear what's happened. So anyway, the game continues after that underway. Heung-min Son with a poor ball, and it's straight into the grateful arms of Allison. Obviously, it's going to be weird to see how the players react to that on break. Gravenberch now into the midfield. Costa Simicast seems to bother Curtis Jones, lays it off to Cody Gakpo. And Liverpool have comfortable possession inside the Spurs half. Jerome Conte, diagonal ball, and in the direction of Mo Salah. Far too much weight on it and how to play armwards up for a goal kick, but just as well because James Spence slipped over. Spurs in possession with Kulusevski. How to play, Spurs how to play for the front of Liverpool. Or Conor Bradley might shoot, but lays it off to Mo Salah. Mo Salah attempts to cross, and it's deflected off the backside of James Spence for a throw into Liverpool. He presumably tries to forage his way forward for Spurs, but can't. A bit of a one-man roam forward that comes to nothing. Liverpool have it again with Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley stands on the ball but repairs his mistake. Looks at his studs with a bit of an inquisitive look as though he's got the wrong ones on. One ball upfield finds its way to Kinski, who nearly had a misunderstanding with Dragishin, the Spurs defender. Ball loops up and the debutant goalkeeper didn't know where it was for a moment, but now he plays a long diagonal ball all the way down the pitch that Heung-min Son almost was able to bring under his spell, but couldn't. Spurs have pressed Liverpool really high up the pitch, and to be honest, probably been the better team in this nearly 20 minutes of a very punctuated game, of which I suspect we've seen only about 11 minutes of football. Dragging him for Spurs into what he presumably does really well to brush off Curtis Jones. Now Jed Spence can advance and the ball goes to Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son does some tired looking step overs against Conor Bradley. Jed Spence jinks and dances and goes back to Son. It looked like he was going to have opportunity to put across him, but Spurs lose the momentum and it's back with Archie Gray now to Dragishin, out to the other side to Brendan Johnson, backwards, sideways from Spurs. Kinski, the keeper, with an accurate pass out wide to Heung-min Son. Poor for Heung-min Son and well read by Conor Bradley. Almost a through ball to Burgal, but not to be. Simicast for Liverpool on the other side. Comes inside, loses his balance. McAllister bails him out. Forward to nobody in particular from Diego Jota, and to be honest, understandably so now the game has lost its rhythm, but Liverpool are a bit loose and not woken up, not arrived, and not playing with any rhythm at all so far. And it's Spurs coming forward again with Porro tries to cross the ball, but Cody Gakpo is forced to track him back, and it's deflected out by Gakpo for a Spurs throw in decent territory. Kulusevski's ended where it ends up in another bit of a mess at the back for Liverpool, and it could have brought for Spurs on the edge of the area, but doesn't. And Alisson catches it. Simicast for Liverpool goes long, looking for McAllister, doesn't get there. And there's a misunderstanding between Kinski and Archie Gray. It could have almost ended up in an own goal. Kinski kicks it against Archie Gray, so he didn't know he was there. All of a sudden, no Spurs on a quick turnover have a real chance now with Kulusevski, who plays the ball into the area. It's the Liverpool defender. I don't think it's a handball. Young Son on the other side stands up against Conor Bradley. It falls to the feet of Dominic Solanke, who tries to get a flick over Alisson, but Alisson spreads himself and narrows the angle, and it's out for a corner to Spurs. Whether or not VAR would have said that Solanke was offside, or maybe it's a goal kick because the save from Alisson took the last touch of Solanke actually. But it is maybe very surprising with Spurs, who have played with a more eagerness and caused the threats. Liverpool is sluggish, looking like they're still on the court. Jarell Konza tries to play a long ball over the top, but it's directly out of play. And Spurs want this more, but whether they'll burn themselves out before Liverpool wake up is another matter. Jed Spence away from Gravenberch, away from McAllister, but then a poor pass gives the ball to Liverpool, but he kind of retrieves his own error, battles to win the ball past a couple of Liverpool players and swaps sides of the pitch temporarily. It's back to Kinski and goal for Spurs. Basuma drops short. Dragishin plays the ball loose into midfield, into no man's land, and Liverpool have it back. Both teams are not really doing much to keeping the ball, but now Salah, the ball's brought into Gakpo. Salah, oh! Excellent effort, curling effort from Salah from the edge of the area. Great forward link up between Salah and Gakpo. It looked like the ball was going to break for Gakpo to take a shot himself, but he just laid it back to Salah on the edge of the area. Curls the ball wide by actually quite some distance, although it looked like a good strike, if that makes sense. And now Spurs come forward with Kulusevski, will attempt to get across him, but Alisson comes and adds to claim it. And there's no time for me to breathe or have a sip of tea, because Liverpool are on the counter-attack again already. Curtis Jones, Ryan Gravenberch, but his progress is halted by Son, I think it was. It maybe could have been a booking, but referee says no. Kwanzaa from Liverpool stands on the ball and slows it down, then plays it forward, and it's just hitting an open air terribly, aiming for Diego Jota, who's only about 5'7" and never going to have the height to do anything with that. Lazy distribution from Kwanzaa. Archie Gray goes on the floor into midfield, but that's intercepted by Conor Bradley. Mohamed Salah out wide crosses, uh, and Porro hacks it to safety in a bit of an uncontrolled way for Spurs. Open game, get the sense that a goal uh, isn't going to be too far away. Van Dijk for Liverpool. Konza goes home to Alisson, probably losing confidence after the way he's lost the ball a few times. Van Dijk, Alisson, Konza. Nicely worked by Liverpool, but Conor Bradley, poor pass intercepted by Jed Spence, who inverts into midfield. Well in by Curtis Jones, but the referee said that Jed Spence was fouled in the process. Free kick to Spurs. It's a weird game because neither team has much control, but it's so open that it looks like there could be a goal, but the basics of passing and the quality on the ball from both sides has been abysmal, and obviously you have to take the long injury pause into consideration for that, and that's Jarrell Konza headed into a bit of a clearance by Dominic Solanke, and it's out of play for the front Spurs. Jed Spence takes the throw, Dominic Solanke tries to get onto it, but it's ushered out in strong and composed fashion by Konza. It's a goal kick to Liverpool. Excuse me. Goal kick to Liverpool. Jarrell Konza has a problem and has sat down. But if Jarrell Konza has to go out, but it's not exactly a result for Spurs, is it? If Ibrahim Kanate has to come on. But bound to be a muscle injury on a freezing cold night when the temperature's in the minuses, especially when the game's stopped for such a long period of time. It's not really a surprise. There's it's Endo's coming on, and he's going to be used as an auxiliary centre back, which of course he has done that role before. So Endo's on the pitch, and he'll just deputise at centre back. presumably because Arne Slot doesn't want to risk losing his favourite centre-back in this game. Oh dear. Basuma stretches his legs and Bergvall played in, but can't take the ball with him, and it really unnecessary silly foul by Curtis Jones. He was going nowhere and having to check back was Bergvall, but instead Tottenham have a free kick in Liverpool's half. Allison has to come out and sweep a keeper patch and take it away. Because the semi-gas with him throwing to Liverpool and his sting has really gone out of the game. Sort of as a consequence of the stoppages. Basuma heads it, but accidentally backwards. Then a ball high up into the sky from Dragishin. It comes down with snow on it. It falls to Diego Jota. Diego Jota runs, beats Basuma. Basuma's forced to take action and bring his man down, and that's one that he has to take for the team because Jota was away. First time that Liverpool have had like space to run into, really, and all of it sloppy. And 70 or so minutes of a game is a long time for Basuma to be on a booking in a game like this, because he's the only one with like the grit and determination in that Spurs midfield. So every challenge you'll be, it be him operating. Ball in, free header for McAllister, and it's a comfortable catch to keep the hands warm of Kinski. Good position for a header, but just he had to generate all of the power himself, so he couldn't get the direction or the power that he intended on it. That move breaks down for Spurs, and Endo on the ball for Liverpool, who should be offering a bit more to the game than what they are. Feels like it's there for somebody to grab by the scruff of the neck, because, to be honest, it looks like both teams are not on it. The Spurs look like they're about to squeeze Liverpool into a mistake at any second. And they're lucky to get that free kick, because I think it was a pretty much accidental challenge from Brendan Johnson. Ball goes long. Cody Gakpo will stretch and win the ball, but his control takes the ball out of play. He just runs out of room. and I was expecting there to be a lot more clearer chances and goal manufacturing than what there has been. A lot of credit must go to this really depleted Spurs team. And don't have Liverpool goals to Conor Bradley, who played the ball up the line and moved dummy by Mohamed Salah, but that ball back in his direction has too much weight on it. Actually, Gray does well against Mohamed Salah, but it looks scary for the moment. Actually, Gray doing sterling work for Spurs because he's never ever going to end up being a centre back for the rest of his career. But needs must. Koulibaly has under real pressure from Jota. Jed Spence does well using the back flick to get himself out of trouble, but the ball comes back to Spurs, so all of a sudden they're having a bit of a problem getting out, and Diego Jota's just beginning to pick up spaces in between the midfield and the striking position, but Spurs can get out. Good idea from Solanke to Spurs were almost away, but now Conor Bradley advances and he's in a duel against Jed Spence. Referee's giving a free kick against Jed Spence. Oh no, only throwing to Liverpool. My bad for preempting what was going to happen before it did. Cody Gakpo has a chance to spread his legs and it's gone inside. And that move breaking down from that heavy blown pass from Diego Jota where he just had to play a simple steady ball right in front of Costa Simicas so he could have got the ball out of his feet to put across into the box. But instead it blooms out to play for a goal kick to Spurs. And that that about sums up the level of the end product for both sides, and it's showing on my screen now that Mohamed Salah has only had 6 touches of the ball in entirety in however long, say 28 minutes, half an hour of football that we've had. 6 touches for arguably the most dangerous attacker in the world is simply not enough. And there's a biting battle between Conor Bradley and Jed Spence, and it's all fair, even though both players went to ground in a traditional fashion. Nobody commits a foul, and it's out of play for the front Spurs. No quarter was given between by either player there. Bradley now back to Endo. Bradley up the line, but that's fantastic and clean play by Ibasuma. Played down the line, and Allison has to be on his toes to get out to the ball before Yeoman Song can get there, and he does. Brendan Johnson probably fouls, but we play on. great determination and defensive responsibility by Brendan Johnson. Ryan Gravenberch to Cody Gakpo. Tottenham are back in a good shape, so there's no joy for Liverpool directly down that side. All of the play seems to be between the defenders playing the ball in triangles from side to side, really. It's turned into a game of pretty much walking football just for the moment in time. Do think that injury has disrupted the flow of the game and taken the players' minds elsewhere. Gravenberch in field for Liverpool twirls, spins and goes back to Endo, who goes back to Virgil van Dijk for about the third time in this move alone. Virgil van Dijk slows it down. No space going forward. Bradley back to Endo. Endo back to Van Dijk. It's turned into a three-man football match where he's passing amongst themselves. Then as soon as Endo tries to spread the play in search of Gakpo, it gets nowhere near Gakpo and goes out for a Spurs throwing about 10 yards away from its intended target. Dragic for Spurs plays a long ball, which Burbank chased down, but again it's wild and out of play. Harmlessly for a goal kick, and I have literally nothing to commentate on at this moment. And obviously this is going to go out to Bradley again. Bradley up the line. Well read by Dragic, who's having a good game for Spurs. Navasuma. Kulusevski adds the fight to control it, but loses out to Endo. Diego Jota around two men, including Basuma. Mo Salah now in the centre, running with the ball. Nice touch out to Gakpo. Costas Tsimikas crosses the ball into the box, but it's scrambled away by Tottenham, who were stretched then. And it's a free kick to Liverpool after McAllister takes a kick on the knee from Kulusevski. Quite an exaggerated fall. We sort of falls after the contact. But it was just that ball from Cody Gakpo into the path of Tsimikas, just unfortunately for Liverpool changed the angle a bit and meant that they had to cut back rather than playing it directly in. If he would have got the angle on the cross that he wanted, then I'm fairly sure then that would have ended up in a goal because there was plenty of Liverpool players in the area. But anyway, Liverpool have a free kick on the edge of the area, played in by McAllister, reaches a Spurs head. Spurs somehow get it away. Liverpool have it back with Bradley, who goes back to Alisson, and now Gravenberch can carry the ball for Liverpool, but decides to go back to Endo. Technically the last minute of the first half, but going to be about 8, 9, 10 added minutes, somewhere in that region. Alisson to Van Dijk, almost played themselves into trouble to Liverpool, but they get away with it. 11 football minutes to go at the end of this half. Curtis Jones, who's been very quiet, can't really remember him being on the ball previously. Out wide to Tsimikas, terrible pass, too heavy. Tsimikas and Jones not on the right wavelength, and again that typifies the game that we've seen so far. Terrible clearance from Kinski. Right to Conor Bradley, but he can't make the most of it. Now Ryan Gravenberch runs past the ball. Conor Bradley recovers and takes it from Kulusevski. Gravenberch goes back to Endo. Absolutely no flow to the game. Gakpo now Jota right wide. Lovely pass from McAllister out to Tsimikas. Headed away by Dragishin. I thought there was a bit of a misunderstanding between Kinski and Dragishin, who were playing the game together like they got in each other's way. Liverpool starting to have a more sustained period of control, I would say. If not control, then at least possession. Not what you call pressure, but it is mainly Liverpool trying to do something in this last few minutes. Gakpo against Porro unleashes a shot, but Porro gets a blocking. Back with Tsimikas for Liverpool. Just as Sky shows a graphic of Liverpool doing all the pressure in the last 10 minutes. Conor Bradley, poor from Diego Jota, gets dispossessed. Somehow it ends up in a throw into Liverpool though. Virgil van Dijk with a long ball, and Cody Gakpo can get on the end of it, and he'll face up Pedro Porro. Goes past him like he isn't there. It breaks the Mo Salah, who has to change his angle and does dig it out of his feet, but it's an uncontrolled, weak shot that is nowhere near. But that's the first time that Liverpool have really opened Spurs up. Heavy touch by Salah, then he's under a lot of pressure from Jed Spence, who forces him to a weird angle, and the ball just spews harmlessly wide. Curtis Jones now coming forward for Liverpool. Diego Jota plays it over his head. Diego Jota surely fouls Kulusevski, but the referee plays advantage. Bergvall brings it forward for Spurs. Kulusevski jinks and works away from Gravenberch. Nice football from Spurs with Schumer. Bergvall. Brendan Johnson tries to get a shot away, does, but it's blocked by Tsimikas, and the danger's sent away for now. Diego Jota wins the ball in midfield, and now Gakpo can bring it away for Liverpool. Gakpo, long range effort, straight into the arms of Kinski, Spurs' new keeper. Spurs midfield let Gakpo run a long way there. Saved by Kinski, but spilled Harmless was both the ball did start to trickle backwards towards the goal, but thankfully for Spurs, not with a lot of force on it, and no harm done in the end. Goal kick from Kinski, looks to have a long range of passing on him, and that finds Youngman's Son, who can spread it into the path of Dominic Solanke, who tries to go around his man but can't, miscontrols it, and Liverpool get away with it and they have themselves a goal kick. Cody Gakpo's going to get onto this ball. I didn't see what happened, but Pedro Porro disarms him. His attempted pass deflects off Tsimikas, and it's a boring game with neither moments, with horrendous quality in the last third from both teams, to be honest. That time the goal kick from Kinski right out of play over the head of Solanke and out for a throw into Liverpool. Curtis Jones comes short for the throw in. Virgil van Dijk with a crisp pass into McAllister. Gakpo. It looked like it was set up for him to come inside and curl one into the top corner. But he really gets his angles wrong and it's nowhere near the right idea. But a Tottenham fan in the 12th row probably got hit in the head with that. Not accurate whatsoever. But Liverpool are fully now controlling the midfield battle, which you'd expect. Conor Bradley going long in the direction of Diego Jota. The loose ball breaks to Mohamed Salah, who plays a really bad pass straight to Dragishin and relieves the pressure on Spurs. Jed Spence loses his balance and can't get onto him in Son's way off. Conor Bradley plays a poor ball. And the ball really is like the proverbial hot potato, with neither team wanting to take control and keep it, giving it back to each other as soon as they're both winning it back. Scrappy game of football like you'd see in the schoolyard, really. Nobody putting a foot on it. Jed Spence though now stretches his legs. Youngman's Son has a good angle for a cross. Overhits the cross. Burval gets his head on it, rises, but with absolutely no power, and it's the most simple catch Alisson can make. Would have caught it even if he had a blindfold on. Costas Tsimikas goes long. Archie Gray reads the danger, wins the ball. Kulusevski wants a free kick for Spurs, but referee says no. Diego Jota now, Mohamed Salah. Curtis Jones, will he take a shot on or will he play it to Gakpo? He plays it to Gakpo. Poor cross, back to Jones. Jones doesn't know what to do, so goes back to Tsimikas. Jones on the edge of the area against Salah, back to Jones. Tries to play Salah in at the back post, but it's nowhere near getting to its intended destination. And Liverpool rebuild again with Endo to Van Dijk. Simicast now punts the ball into the cross, looks through Jota, but it's way too long. Not a lot of movement on the ball from Liverpool, and it's not very often you see that. Endo to Van Dijk, who points for some movement and doesn't seem to get any. Gravenberch plays the ball. That's cut out by Golovkin. Curtis Jones wins it back from Basuma. Now the balls with Gakpo. Diego Jota takes a shot that hits somebody's body. It's not a handball. I think it hit the stomach or the chest. He's appealing for something, but I don't know what. Anyway, that's the halftime whistle, and there's not a lot to say from me. A first half punctuated by that long and horrendous looking injury to Rodrigo Bentancur. Spurs a better team at the beginning, the more aggressive team in the first half of the first half, caused Liverpool problems with the press. But Liverpool have been really bad with the passing. Both teams have been disjointed. Both teams have kind of looked like they don't want to be there. Both teams have looked like they're fatigued and tired. Liverpool have got more control of the game simply because Tottenham don't have a functional midfield as such. And that's got worse, obviously, without Bentancur. So Liverpool are controlling the middle of the pitch. And the game would appear to be there for the taking, for whichever team can just calm down and relax and make the right decisions when they approach the final third. But I'm going to stop talking for now, have some more cup of tea, and conserve some of my voice. And anybody who is watching me, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will be back and speak to you when the players emerge onto the pitch for the second half.